ready?
We're good? We're good? All right. So, all right, cool.
I just want to make a
You guys ready?
You
ready for this?
Going to be talking most of the time, by the way.
The most exciting PowerPoint you've ever seen.
All right, bud. Take over.
All right. Yo, what up? I'm Lun. This is Chad.
Hello.
We have a panel for you guys. Maximum immersion in VR, harnessing the power of Japanese creators and global fans. So, I'm Lun, and this is Chad, and I've got probably something on the screen that I should remove. Let me do this for you guys. I'm going to record. I promise I can see you, but I'm going to remove this just for now, and we're going to get through some of this presentation and talk a little bit about VCAT. I know some of you have seen VCAT, but what VCAT is this enormous convention. In fact, it's the largest virtual convention in the entire world, and we have the awards to prove it. Well, we'll get to that. But it is a virtual convention, much like OffKai Expo. It is a creator expo for 3D models and VTubers and audio, you name it. Anything you want to add to this, Chad, as we move along here? We'll talk about ourselves in a second.
No, yeah, it's a pretty cool event, and if you haven't heard about it, but now you have, so we expect you to be there for this year's event, because it's free.
See, you're strong arm room now. They're going to want to leave already. So this is us. I'm Lun. I'm an early VTuber or live performance technologist. I've been doing this for like a really, really long time. I've been a social VR evangelist since 2014. I was one of VRChat's first users. And I've always been kind of involved in like social metaverse spaces with avatars and stuff. It's what I do. It's what I love. I had a Virtual Boy. And now I have all of the headsets. I used to do MMD avatar and world modeling, like way back in the day when I was a bit younger, like 2008-ish through like when MMD went to Miku Miku Moving and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, big old schooler here. And I like to do tech tutorials and how to, setting up live streaming stuff. It's a lot of fun. Man, I should have just like posed myself like exactly. I'm not sure.
There you go.
But enough about me. Let's talk about Chad. He's on stage. He's got the VTuber going on.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Chad Sensei. Little fun fact: I'm actually the first official streamer in Japan for Twitch. So that's my little badge of honor, I guess. I co-founded an indie game company that's based in Osaka, Japan. I do live stream hosting for like Tokyo Game Show, Bit Summit, Tokyo Indies, stuff like that. And back in 2021, I got into VR chat, and I really liked it. So I got reborn as a VTuber. Hence the image asset right there, PNG.
Yeah. No, having Chad here is great. If you've ever, if you ever use a GIF keyboard, ever, and you type in VR chat, you're going to see this guy, like 100%. Like, he's dominating the GIF keyboard. I can see some of you pulling your phones out, tested. Like, no, seriously, he does.
I apologize.
It's been great having him at Hickey. We get to do fun stuff like this. It's really good. So what the heck is VCAT? It's a virtual convention that's based on real conventions that made a real convention about a virtual convention. And then we came to you at a real convention about virtual YouTubers. Right? Right? It makes sense. It's all calculated. It's perfect. So we do a lot of things. We like to build lore in the worlds that we build. We try to build immersive experiences. We're way more than a place just to sell things. A lot of people think that VCAT is very commercialized. It's not. It is an indie creator convention. It exists because we have anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000 people who apply to be like booth exhibitors at VCAT, and those are regular people. So what you're looking at right now is a parareal world. In the background image here, this is like a corporate sponsor world. We'll get to those in a bit. But what we really spend all of our time on is the sorry, that was early. We really spend our time on is our exhibitor worlds. But we also have a real convention that you're looking at right now, and this is VCAT Real. It happens in Japan for 2 days. It caps off. It's the cherry on top at the end of VCAT, and it happens in currently it's happening in Shibuya and Akihabara and in Osaka this year. But this one was in Akihabara in the summertime. We have a lot of virtual experiences where you can, interact with the virtual world. We have a lot of sponsors that show up there. We have parareal creators that show up there and bring physical items that they're working on in VR and bring them in. We even had JRA's horse an animatronic horse there. It was pretty amazing. We also like to drink and have parties at Pub Hub and other groups that work with us. We like to build additional technology and giant fumos of VCat-chan. What you're seeing here is some of our parareal creators. So all of these guys are VR chatters that build things, or VTubers that are building things. You might have seen Peanuts come there for half a second. We do live concerts at VCat Real as well, and various even sushi cutting competitions, like you name it. It's really fun. So we've just started doing this last year. We've done 2 now, and we have a truck as well that drives around Japan for a week before the event. Lots of sponsors, things like that. So a lot of people that have attended. So I think, Chad, what is it? 40,000 in the first event, and 50,000 people showed up to the second event.
Great. So summer was around 40,000. That's a soft number that we can throw out. And then in winter, which happened in Shibuya and Harajuku, we had around 50,000 people attend in those 2 days.
So it's pretty big, a lot of fun. VCat Real is great, but really the virtual convention is the one that everyone can attend. Let me move on here. Oh yeah, okay. So on the right here, just also as we talk about this a little bit, we have VCat Real in winter as well, and so we have some really interesting things that went on during that. So things like VTuber live streams coming in, and having those people at the various parts of the event. So this is in Harajuku, like on the main strip there. And as you turn to the left, there was like right after, you guys have probably seen the balloon wall, and as you turn left, there's a building just right there, and we filled that up. So various information about our event, virtual people coming in. Even on the wall here, we were deciding like which map would be next. We've got pictures of people's avatars, so they're holding up their phones to a camera and clipping them in. Various VTubers in different commercial groups, people like Belk. We have a merch stand, a bunch of other stuff like that. So it can be a lot of fun to attend. One cool thing about these venues that we did, a member of our community, Ponda, went through and scanned them virtually with photogrammetry techniques, so you can actually go visit them in VR chat, which is the coolest thing. So you can actually see what that looks like. You can see what all the vendors are doing. We're getting into some of the parareal creators and commercial creators now in the second building, and you'll see, just like you guys have a merch section and like a artist alley at OffKai Expo, we have a very similar thing going on at VCat Real. So I'm going to give this next one to Chad. We'll talk a little bit about our company and who's there. I'll let this play out for just a second. All right.
Okay. Yeah, so here we have sort of like the main members, the co-founders of Hiki, aka Virtual Market. Right dad smack in the middle is Funakoshi-san, who is the CEO of our company. And I want you to focus on the 2 individuals, one on the left and one on the right. The one on the left, the small little green-haired character, that is Fio. And Fio is the one who made all of this possible to begin with. Fio is the one who came up with the idea of Virtual Market back in 2018 in VR chat, to have a convention where people could show off their models or assets, worlds, whatever it may be, and get together to make all this possible. And through the success of the first Virtual Market, it caught the eyes of bigger corporations to the point where it became an actual company itself, and pretty much manifested into what it is now to this day.
And we have about 200 employees, full-time employees now at Hiki, a real office at Ebisu. Most of our staff members come in remotely, like myself. So it can be pretty quiet at the office sometimes, but it takes all kinds to build this sort of thing. Our goal really, though, is to create, we want to create an economic cycle in VR and allow people to live and work inside VR and social VR spaces and as avatars and VTubers and doing what they do. And we want to be able to provide a way to do that. So Hiki has e-commerce. Hiki has employment opportunities for people who do this sort of thing. You can, of course, showcase your stuff at VCat. That's really the goal. We want to create an economic cycle in there. The name Hiki might sound a little familiar. You might have heard the term hikikomori. There's a long history of enabling people who find it difficult to work in and attend social situations or be in an office every day. And that's kind of what this is all about. So we've been around for 5, going on 6 years now. Been doing Virtual Market since 2018 with Virtual Market 1. Last year's summer was our 10th event, so this one coming up this summer is our 12th event. over the years, we've also won multiple awards. So we have 3 Guinness World Records. One of those is for the most booths at a virtual convention, so most exhibitors at a virtual convention. They actually ran out of time through counting them all, so it's well more than 1,600. We also won with Logitech the most avatars ever uploaded to social media, pictures of avatars uploaded to social media in an hour. And then last year with Kill Me Heroes, you might remember her from the song Promise that Iron Mouse sang recently, I guess 2 years ago. We won that award for the most avatars dancing uploaded to social media in an hour. We've also won a number of other awards. AIXR 2020 Marketing of the Year Award. Like a bunch. Like there's quite a few on this stack. I've got some pictures from the office here, but yeah, it was pretty good. It's been a really good run so far, and being part of Hickey and really believing in what we do at VCAT is wonderful. Anything you want to add to that, Chad?
No.
Okay. So what is there to do at VCAT? You can shop for avatars. If you're just a regular fan and you're coming through, you can get new avatars. But if you are a VTuber, you can collaborate and find artists and creators that you might want to look for. You can find people to commission. You can discover other communities and groups to do events with. For example, Hackos Bale's Karaoke World was built by a former member of the VCAT Global team. So there's lots of ways to collaborate with people. You can explore worlds and creations and see all of the different things that are built there. Our worlds are, of course, built by a mostly Japanese-based team, but we have Western creators that come in as well. You can also meet other famous online talent. We've had a lot of great people work with us over the years, and it's a really, really good way to network. And then we also do events during the live events. So if you want to do singing or concerts or dancing and have scheduled events, we will help you promote those events officially on our website and all of our live streams as well. And in the world too. So we have some worlds coming up as well, really, really soon. These are the worlds that are coming up for this VCAT. So if anything like this matches your aesthetic or you think it's really cool, definitely come check it out. We're actually doing a horror world this time, which is pretty cool. Spooky stories are summertime stuff in Japan, so there's a bit of that. All of this art that you're seeing here is custom built. We have artists from like the games industry and our own in-house artists that will come in and draw stuff. All of this is hand-drawn, and these are the concepts that build out VCAT. So before we actually release the worlds and before we start building the worlds in 3D, we bring these concepts to people so that they start working on their content before VCAT gets released. Also, OffKai Expo has been a sponsor of VCAT multiple times, so it's really, really good to see you guys there. It's super awesome. We have meetups in there. We've had people come and do meetups at the OffKai Expo sections in our various Parareal worlds. Of course, they're going to be back again, so because we're here, so they'll be there, and you'll definitely want to check that out. It's going to be in July, so definitely come check it out. We also worked with Philly in a little bit on the VTuber Awards as well. We did some technical stuff for her, some modeling and things like that. And we sponsored the upcoming Org of the Year. And I believe that was won by Phase Connect.
Yes.
Let's see. What else we got going on here? So some streamers. Yeah, you might recognize some faces in here. There has been a lot of people that have streamed VCAT over the years. This is just one of many of our collab streamer panels that we put out. So if you see anybody you recognize in there, definitely ask them about VCAT. I'm sure they'll have lots of interesting things to say. Hopefully all good, but people like Nyaru over there in the middle right corner there, and many other folks. Megalodon has streamed with us. Phillian has streamed with us. Onigiri has streamed with us. Who else has streamed with us? I'm trying to think. Who else streamed with us? Help me out, Chad.
There's been a lot.
Some fun folks. All the
Johnny? What about TFM Johnny was there?
Yeah, TFM Johnny streamed with us. Yeah, he got into a robot with us. It was pretty good. It was super fun.
Hi.
Some people running there. What's going on?
Hello.
We just had we had a surprise voice to jump in.
Yo, Nyaro, what's up?
Doing good, doing good. Nice to meet you guys. My name is Nyaru. Not only do I do streams for Virtual Market, but I am also an ambassador this year. So I'm very honored to be working with VCAT, and I hope you guys can come check it out with me.
There you go.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Nyaru's an expert. She's been around here for a while.
There you
She
are.
actually, the first time I met Nyaru, she was at Comic VCAT 3 and
yeah, I
surprised me
remember
by
that.
having a standee in there in our sponsor area. It was super cool. So we do a comic convention as well as a few others. We do music VCAT, comic VCAT. We've done a game VCAT. And Comic VCat was really sweet. It felt a lot like regular Comic-Con, but we had a lot of creators sign up for that, and we got to do some interviews with them and see a lot of cool artwork. Great place to commission people. Like honestly, it's fantastic. But it's also a lot of fun. You can ride Godzilla, ride a slide into Godzilla. That's always fun. Officially licensed TV Tokyo stuff. We've done stuff with Naruto. We've done stuff with, Tokyo Revengers, Nier Automata, all kinds of stuff. RIP. So networking is important. Not only can you meet companies, but you can also meet a lot of other really great creators. Collab streamers do get a lot of attention during VCAT. We're working on ways to make that even better by building theater sections and highlights for all of the creators that are coming and working with VCAT. We're a marketing company, so we want to help you market yourself by using our vessel and our giant audience that comes along with that. So it is a lot of fun. About 1.2 to 1.5 million people attend VCAT every single year, just during the 2-week event period. So it's an awful lot. We end up with a ton of people that show up to the event itself. The impressions on day one are absolutely massive. And of course, it's the biggest event in VR Chat. We're sponsored by, we collaborate with them as a business partner, and you'll find information about VCAT all over their home world, inside the quick menu. And during the entire event period that it's going on there, they're tweeting about us, there's stuff in the home menu. So people naturally migrate there because they see those events going on and the worlds are full and popular, right? And then of course you can use those worlds as well. If you're an exhibitor at VCAT, if you have a standee, if you've got a booth at VCAT, if you've done a community area, you can stand in front of that area and schedule times to meet people. So there's creator meetups that happen. We have a whole system on our website, event.vcat.com, to handle those events during it, and it's all built in and easy to navigate. We also do VCAT Walk during VCAT Reel, so if you want to be in the robot Shinji, you can.
Oh my God, that's
tell me a little
neat.
bit about VCAT Walk, Chad. What do you think?
So VCAT Walk is a really cool new thing that we started back in winter. Was it last year? Last year winter is when we first actually executed it.
That's right.
And it's pretty much, you got someone with a giant monitor strapped to their chest, and it's got a speaker and a microphone and a camera enabled, and people will walk around Japan and allow them to get people to interact with the VTuber that's inside there. So the VTuber themselves can actually explore Japan, interact with people, and just have fun experiences. And Yadu actually was in that as well.
Yes. Yeah, it was actually a really fun experience. As someone who is not really good at Japanese, there was actually a lot of foreigners that did visit VCAT Walk. So you can easily find anyone from around the world visiting VCAT in real life and get to talk to so many other creators and attendees as well. Honestly, it was really fun walking around Harajuku because I love visiting Harajuku when I go to Japan. So seeing so many familiar sights and seeing lots of different people attend VCAT was a very unique experience that honestly I could only get at VCAT.
There you go.
We're always trying to come up with new ways to bring people in and bridge that gap, right? So when we talk about our sponsor worlds, we actually call them para-real worlds. We coined the term, and the idea is to build a virtual, enhanced version of reality. But then we also want to reach out, kind of across the veil to do the same thing, right, in the other direction. Got a little video here of TFM Johnny meeting VR Pill in person. So this, Chad, this was a bit like a scripted event, but
yeah.
not intentional.
We
right?
hit the trigger in the world and it came out. Yeah. It was really cool. We were just walking around looking at
We were walking around the corner.
The shopping area. Oh, it was one of those buildings for the communities, right? And then we walked out and we're like, oh, let's go check out this other building
That's
that
right.
we have. And then, bam, there's Johnny. And then Johnny just had a little skit for us and everything.
It was super fun. It was fantastic. We also have a VCAT truck. You can get on the VCAT truck. So if you submit a picture of your avatar and you want to be a part of some of the advertising that goes on around Japan during the period of VCAT, we always have open signups for all kinds of fun stuff like this. You can have videos in VCAT. You can be a collab streamer. You can have a poster in VCAT. You can put yourself on the VCAT truck. So we have a huge amount of submissions for that, and this truck will drive around the various areas where VCAT Reel is going on, just before the week that it happens, or the weekend that it happens, and blasting our theme song. There's also posters and stuff around the world as well, and we have a lot of collaborations with different businesses, and we work with JR Rail. Let's talk about some IP. So Mokuri is an IP that is actually owned by Hiki. This is this is an entire universe with an adoptable species. The art style might look really familiar to you. This is actually built by Akihito Tsukushi. And we like to call it the SCP of fluffy things because it's kind of like that. So there's a lot of overlap to the kimono and furry community in this particular IP. We have an anime pilot that you can go check out. It was actually done by Root Studio, the same group that did Kimono Friends, if you like that. Famous artists are generally frequently part of VCAT, and they contribute to a lot of the things that are in there. But this one is particularly big, and we own the characters, so we're constantly releasing those. But the idea is that it's sort of an adoptable species. You can become part of it. It's mostly wholesome. There's a lot of deep lore, and it's free to create derivative works on the Mokuri project as well. We also have VCAT Chan. We actually have 3 VCAT Chans. So there's VCAT Chan 01 that you're seeing here. She'll dress up for all the World VCAT Chan versions. We've done some avatars for these as well. VCAT Chan 02 is our interdimensional traveler femboy, and then we have VCAT Nyan as well for the kimono community. So these are all avatars that are free to download. You can use them as a VTuber base. They're extremely well made, and you can tear them apart and do whatever you want with them because we have a license that allows you to do that. Other VTubers at VCAT, tons. You might meet VCAT Chan. If you sign up for collab streaming at VCAT, you just might meet her. Yeah, of course, other VTubers at VCAT. We've had Face Connect and other groups join us. Also, corporate VTubers like the Alpine's VTuber as well had a whole stage in Okinawa and Fukuoka. Pretty good stuff. They've been at VCAT quite a few times. Also, HoloLive has been there a few times as well. So these are not real pictures; they're from the world as well. So these are from our parareal world, and so we built up with them. We did with the Astair building and HoloLive and HoloLive as well. What else? What came first? So I'd like to talk about this a little bit. Basically, we like to talk about a little bit, but what came first? Did 3D VTubing come first, or did 2D VTubing come first? When Live 2D got a little bit better, we started seeing a lot more of that. But honestly, when you look at the history of VTubing and the history of the way kind of all of this evolved, Miku Miku Dance kind of led to Kizuna Eye, which kind of led to 3D VTubing, which then led to like an acceptance of virtual characters as a live streaming, like a method of live streaming, and we've had them all along. So I think this was late 2018, early 2019. What you're seeing here with our various partners like Update and different groups like that.
That reminds me, I just want to point out, there's a guy walking around with a board that votes for 2D versus 3D. If you voted 2D, the door's over there. So just let you know.
No.
We love our 2D VTubers. Don't worry.
Teehee.
But again, this goes back a long time. So
this is old VR
war
chat.
Never changes. Yeah. So it's been a thing for a while. Tracking has gotten much better, and here we are today. So we also have a tool called Avatar Maker and My VCAT. So this is a free-to-use tool. It works with VRM models. You can just drop them right in, and we have our own that you can build out of it. It's full-body compatible, has eye tracking. You can sell assets, accessories, and props in My VCAT. And you can create a virtual room to meet your fans. It's really easy to use. It embeds in web pages. You could even create a shrine for your Oshi if you wanted to. I mean, heck, why not? So we also are getting professional creators, like really popular avatar creators, who have been building 3D models that are, that have hundreds of thousands of downloads, and we're starting to bring them into VCAT Avatar Maker. You can access this on a mobile phone. It's avatarmaker.vcat.com, and there's literally hundreds and hundreds of items in here. They're all customizable with colors, and you can even edit the UV map and then re-upload it to our system as well. So like you could on your phone or tablet download a particular asset's UV map, color it in like Canva, and then re-upload it to the website without ever using a PC and customize how you want it to look. So these avatar bases, we're starting to grab more creators now. We have a ton of other additional ones that are in there. Avatar Maker is pretty fun. Definitely worth checking out. My VCAT Room works on mobile as well. It's self-deployable, so you can own the server. So if you're a VTuber manager, or you're trying to build additional things for your fans, you can you can self-deploy the server, but you can also run it on ours. We have proximity voice chat. You can have hundreds of connected users at the same time at once in the room. You can do fan meets and concerts and create a virtual store and that sort of thing. VRChat has a ton of amazing technology as well and really, really high fidelity. They do have a mobile version as well, but there is a user limit. With my VCAT, it can be a little bit smaller. It's more like a passive three-dimensional, like metaversal website that you can visit. So, as Chad would say, this is kind of our bread and butter. This is what we do on the side as well. Tacomo XR World and things like that.
Thank you for quoting me.
Anything you want to add on my VCAT?
Try it out.
Yeah, definitely try it out. So sponsors, yeah, we have a lot of sponsors at VCAT. One of the cool things that sponsors like to do with VTubers and anyone with a little bit of influence is to run events about their booth. And things get kind of crazy. You can have anything from a poster in there as a commercial sponsor, or a standee like you saw with Face Connect, or something like a giant cup noodle curry brand experience where you're effectively Spider-Man flying around a city.
Best flavor. I don't think, do they have curry in America? Is curry flavor available in America?
No, it's not available here.
That's crazy. Curry is the best
we get
flavor.
it imported,
Cup noodle.
though.
Wild.
You can virtually try. We don't have smell or taste division yet. We got to get there.
Ooh.
Full dive, yo. some sponsors here over the years. I got a few of these. I'm not gonna flex too hard. No, I'm gonna flex real hard. So groups like Disney have been sponsors of VCAT. We actually even had a VCAT reel, the Wonder Egg, or what is it, Dragon of Wonder Hatch?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yep.
So we've had like their costumes from the actual movie there at VCAT Reel. And we've worked with a lot of different groups as well, like just over the years, just tons and tons and tons. Good Smell Company, Tacomo has been a wonderful sponsor, Lawson, 7-Eleven, Japan Rail Corporation, Kenwood, Mizuho, you name it, Alpine. Lots of groups you see here. We've been very blessed to have such an interested group of people come in and do stuff with VCAT over the years. It's been really, really good. And they make it possible, right? So we have global companies that work with entertainment and gaming communications, streaming. All of these groups have worked with us in the past and to help promote VCAT. So VCAT is in its heart a creator convention, and because people are showing up to VCAT anyway to check out all the new avatars and all the cool stuff we built and all the new worlds and all the fun games you can go play and do, and all the different contests and that sort of thing, freebies, these guys make it possible by sponsoring it. So a big shout out to them. But of course, there are opportunities to get involved in sponsors if you play your cards right. But the best way to do that is this.
Hey,
Ta-da!
there's still time.
So we have a section right now. Yeah, now is your time. Scan now on your phones. So there is a VCAT collab for video creators. We actually extended it just for OffKai Expo. So it was actually supposed to be done on the 31st, but we extended it for you guys because we really wanted to make sure that that people at OffKai Expo had an opportunity if they saw our panel or they saw our stuff in the playbook. We really wanted to make sure that we extended that opportunity. So if you want to do a trailer for for yourself or for your VTuber company, or just a video that you want to have, we have special sections of the world with these giant like Jumbotron style video screens, and we'll have video creators in those on loop during the event itself, and you're likely to be seen by at least 100,000 additional people because of that. There's also our collab streamers. That's even better. So if you're a streamer and you want to come stream VCAT with us, you can do it. We will support you. We'll join you on your streams. We will promote your streams on our social media. And we have a whole section on our website that's dedicated to promoting when you are going live. And we're working on even more interactive stuff in world as well that will further increase the reach that you're going to have on that. Chad, did I leave us enough time?
I think so.
We're getting there?
I think we have.
Close?
Yeah, we're actually doing pretty good with time.
All right,
actually.
cool.
Yeah.
Hey, not bad. It's like I've done this before. So, VCAT ambassadors. We have a bunch of folks this time, the global ambassadors that have come on, and that includes Nyaro here in the center.
Yeah.
We've had a great group of people that come together. You guys have also may have heard of Project Community. We also work really close with them. They have like RP and combat communities and other VRChat communities that they're trying to promote them. So we've made them as a whole an ambassador as well. So there's some faces you might see in there that you recognize. Some wonderful people that are part of this. So Q&A time.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's get some people have any questions, anything you want to ask, any comments. You are free to. And I believe the staff's going to help out, give out some kind of badge or something. I'm not sure exactly what the wording is, but I think they're going to make that available if anyone wants to be involved and ask a question.
Anyone is free to come up, ask any sort of question about
Come and
VCAT.
ask- Oh, there we go. Come and ask
Please.
a question.
Don't
You will
be
get
shy.
a
Sure.
character card and a ribbon.
Hello.
Hello.
Mic on? Hello?
Hello.
Okay, hi. This is more of a question to all our panelists, but what was your favorite avatar that you discovered at one of the VCATs?
Loon, that's you.
Oh my God.
There's so many.
Geez, that's hard.
Oh,
So
wait,
you guys
wait.
all know Rindo, right? That sound familiar? So you guys have probably seen that one. Chad, you can talk a little bit about the creator of Rindo and the story.
Oh yeah, that's
there.
actually a really
I
cool
would say
story.
That's probably my favorite.
Yeah, so during Virtual Market Winter, so we had VR chat staff like on deck, like checking out the event and everything. And we went to one of the events that was like being held at this bar, and the creator of Rindo was there. And it was this funny like translation chain of from Korean to Japanese to English. And we were translating what the creator was saying, where basically they were originally working at, I think they were like a game developer or some other big firm where it came to like 3D modeling, and they did not like their job whatsoever. And it got down to the point where they got like depressed, they didn't like how the future was looking, so they started making 3D models, and they made the Rindo creation, and because of that, they actually bought their own house because of how well the sales were.
I love all the Rindo memes.
They're fantastic, I agree, yeah.
Of course, there's a big connection to VTubers there, because the Rindo model is what Fillion uses as her base.
Yep.
And you guys see that all over the place, and I'm sure it increased the sales of that over the years as well. And it's it's really it's like the perfect success story. Explains what VCAT's all about. And there's lots of creators that are making a living doing that right now. By building avatars and different things in VR chat. So I can't pick just one for sure, like in all honesty, but I think the story behind the Rindo model is pretty darn cool.
Well, I can at least pick one. There's a really good Bara furry one that I love using just to like screw with people. It was in last year's VCAT. Maybe I'll jump scare one of you guys one day with it.
Great, I look forward to it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
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 I am definitely a big fan of VCAT. During the pandemic, I got a VR headset and kind of got back into VR chat and saw that, and it was amazing. So, great work with that.
Thank you.
And my question for you guys then is, it's hard to think of just a question, but let's see. What's your favorite experience from one of the VR chat worlds?
Ooh.
There's some great stuff there. Right?
From Virtual Market alone?
Yes, from Virtual Market
ooh.
alone.
Man, gosh, I want to say I think this was from 2022, New York. Loon, you might have to help me with my facts here, but I believe it was from 2022 New York, and you got to do the Get Down meme dance
Oh my God.
in Times Square. That was
Oh yeah, the Get Dan dance. Yeah.
That was
Oh
probably
my
one of my
God.
favorite experiences.
For me,
So yeah, we actually the story behind that one is Kyomi Heroes, the singer of Promise, that song actually licensed it with us, and she came and performed it live in the world as well.
For myself, I think the cup noodle experience that we had, you guys saw a picture of it earlier. Yeah, you literally just flew around and you were like cup noodle Spider-Man. I didn't expect to walk into VCAT and become cup noodle Spider-Man. So it's a really fun experience. Did I get sick? Oh, hell yeah, I did. But it was still really fun.
That was a fun one, yeah. I like them a lot too. What about you, Lynn?
There was an awesome section for me with Godzilla, where, and I took Chad to this too because he wasn't around when this came out, but we had this experience where you're on the roof and Godzilla's like destroying Tokyo, and he just absolutely lasers the hell out of everything, and there's like ships flying by dropping nuclear
my
bombs
God.
and things, and then he turns towards you and it just zaps you out of existence. Those kinds of things are really fun, but I'm gonna have to plug myself, and you can still go to this if you want to. There's a map called PKC's Chambers in VCAT for Music VCAT 2. go check it out. It is an absolutely banger experience. I spent easily 5 months working on that thing, and it's with Verbal from M-Flow and Teriyaki Boys and his band, and it's definitely worth checking out.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I noticed that you had sushi cutting as one of your events. What is the craziest event that you have had that doesn't have to do with virtual reality at VCAT?
Well, then that's on you, dude.
Like at VCAT Real or at in virtual?
Real, like the sushi.
Oh, VCAT
Oh, okay.
Real. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So we had an event at NTAS. So this is NTAS is a small club that likes to cater to virtual performers and other things like that, and do some really cool stuff with some Pepper's Ghost type techniques on there. So we had a whole concert with a bunch of well-known VR chat singers and creators. So Johnny Henry, Amoka, who else was there? Kagetora, the DJ. And they all sang live on stage, and seeing those virtual characters coming in to the house, the house was absolutely packed. It was all the way to the back, completely full. They weren't letting anyone in. That was an amazing experience. So we got to have a real life rave at VCAT Real, and that was just awesome. I took so many pictures. It was fantastic.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. So, my question is, okay, hi. I'm a bit new to VR in general, and I think maybe this might be a question that you could help for people getting started, but what would you recommend for someone just trying to dabble in it and maybe on a budget, maybe from a hardware perspective, what would you recommend to fully enjoy this kind of thing?
I can answer that. Lynn, step down. I got this, all right? I got this one.
All righty.
So I was also very budget mode when I first dabbled into VR on my own. And I got into, I think the Quest 2 was by far the easiest choice because it's I think it's what, 250 USD now? Oh no, it's cheaper now, right? It's not even $200 now, I think. And that can be connected to your PC. So if you have already a gaming rig, you could easily just USB connect right into your PC and you can get the full VR chat experience that way. And that's what I did. I don't know if there's a cheaper headset out there, but if you can find anything that can do USB connection, you can get the 100% experience just by doing that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
You get super darn close. Quest 2 is a good way to go. If you're not a huge fan of Meta, maybe import a Pico 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't take much. And also, by the way, it's desktop and mobile compatible.
Yes.
So if you want to get into VR and just check events out and stuff, you can just come on your desktop.
Yeah,
And
don't forget VR chat
so
is a
bad.
desktop.
Hi. This is kind of I was gonna do the environment, the favorite world or some question, but someone already just asked that. But so instead, I can just tell a quick little story because I got a friend that got into making avatars and stuff, and they've been having a booth at VCAT somewhere throughout. And anytime I'm at a streamer watching it, and I see the streamer gets to my friend's booth, I'm always just kind of soy jacking the chat. It's
Hell
that's
yeah.
my friend.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, I see him in the screenshot there, even
Wait, they're in the screenshot?
Yeah, in one of the screenshots there.
Oh.
They're in the screenshot?
Wait,
Yeah,
which one are they?
Next to the person with the fire axe with the blue hair.
Ooh.
But between the bottom picture, between the person with the fire axe and the muscular
the
guy.
purple and blue and pink.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Lynn, do we know them? We know them, don't we? Do you see what?
I think we do know them.
Ooh.
I've seen them multiple times because we have a weekly world hop every Wednesday, and we gather everyone before we actually travel
that's
out
good
to
to hear.
go to the different worlds. Oh my gosh.
I used to play something with them all the time, but then they kind of moved on to doing this stuff. And it's just nice to see that. It's just nice to see them doing well. And
Yeah, totally. Thank you. Yeah.
That
Good
reminds me,
times.
you guys should definitely join
Yeah,
us
if you
for
wanna
our
come hang
world
out.
hops.
It's a great story.
Hello.
Hello, hi. I'm also very new to VR chat, so this might be a very silly question, but obviously a lot of time and effort goes into creating these the VCAT world markets. So I was wondering, as a layperson and for the public, After VCAT, the event is over, whether it's live or virtual, will the virtual version of VCAT Just the Environment be open to the public for free, or do we, as a public, have to pay a fee to go into the
No, it's free.
That's a really
VCAT
great
market?
question,
Super
actually.
free.
Yeah, it's free.
Yep, and we do keep the worlds. So we actually do a couple of things. We have 3 Parareal Creator Worlds. Those worlds get removed because of our sponsor obligations. So you got to be there during those, but it's free to attend. You can check them out while they're there. The Parareal Creator Worlds, like so the exhibitor worlds, the ones that are for the people, by the people, those ones are always brought back and they return every 3 months or so. We do 2 VCATs a year. And all of the ones going back historically to 2018 are available with the exception of the sponsor worlds. And there's 37-ish worlds every time. So every 6 months, 37 new worlds, 20 to 37 new worlds. It gets pretty crazy, but you can go visit them all. We, on our Wednesday World Hop, which you mentioned in the last question, we go tour them. So come join us.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Thank you.
Hey, I've been pulling up to VCAT ever since VCAT 6, which I'm pretty sure was 2021. And I have a vivid memory of losing my mind when I saw the financial roller coaster. And every now, it was like a securities company, right?
Yeah, S&P's financial roller coaster.
Yeah, every now and then, like, I just kind of just giggle at myself when, like, just thinking about it, you know? So my question was, when it comes to, like, that kind of stuff, like, who comes up with those ideas, you know? Like, do they come up to you like, hey, we want to do something, and you, like, consult with them? Or are they like, we have this idea in mind?
Yeah, I think like 90% of the stuff that comes up is on our side, right?
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah. I think for a good example, too, is the cup noodle one that we had last year in summer. I believe they were actually 50-50 with that one as well, because like the marketing team in cup noodle they're pretty wild. They are like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if like you could do this? And we're like, yeah, we can do that. And like, what if we add that to that? And they're like, yeah, that's great. So, but the majority of those ones are probably from our side, right, Lynn?
Yeah, you know, they have a concept in mind usually, and we pitch it to them, and they see what they think. They give us some key art, and then or character assets, and we work with that. Remember Cup Noodles, the company that had Arnold Schwarzenegger lifting kettles, and so like they're really cracked. But we usually do work with those companies to come up with sort of fun game, interactive, something that people can enjoy and have a memory of it. Because you have a memory of that, right? You remember SMB, like it's a bank.
Yeah.
Like who's going to remember a bank? And this is why VCAT works, right? Because you've got these really fun immersive experiences that are around something silly, and you might remember that bank the next time you're in Japan.
Yeah, no, it absolutely works. And I feel like you guys have a great balance of it right now, because there's going to be something crazy. I'm going to have so much fun. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
First time, long time. Didn't really get into VCAT until Nyaru started streaming it, so thanks to her for getting me into this and making me aware of this even. This is such a brilliant concept of a thing, I think. My question's like a little bit more technical, but you guys mentioned a little bit about the permissive licensing stuff and giving the users the ability to change things, royalty free, license free, or permission free, or like approximately how much of the current like software that VCAT and the surrounding things around it use is like free and open source, and then going forward, is there any potential of like expanding that and open sourcing other portions of the software? I'm a free and open source software enthusiast. I think it encourages great growth. It lets everybody collaborate. So
right.
Yeah, it's that kind of question.
No, yeah, I got tons to tell you. I could go on forever. I'll leave a couple of them. You'll probably have heard of the VRM Consortium before and the OpenXR initiative. So Hickey is like a seated member on the VRM Consortium. We're also a seated member on the OpenXR, like on the Kronos group as well. So like we're part of that as well. We have tons of friends in that. So VCAT Avatar Maker all uses VRM format. We also release a ton of our assets and tools to everybody. So we have a special system that helps build these called VitDeck. And we do a custom version of it for VCAT called VitDeck for VCAT, and it has a bunch of tools for throwing large-scale events. But VitDeck is available on GitHub. So you can actually go and grab that software and use it to build collaborative Unity event experiences, because it's like a full-on system that allows you to upload from different sources, check draw calls, do all kinds of crazy stuff like that. And that's all free and available on GitHub. We release a lot of stuff, and I'm glad you asked, because that's like, I'm super passionate about that stuff too.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
I've just heard about VCAT, and it seems really cool. And I have a couple questions about my VCAT room.
Yes, fire away.
For example, can you upload your own like environmental assets to it?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Awesome. And for self-deployable options, is that similar to like hosting a Minecraft server on a network-attached storage?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep. We have self-deployable versions of VCAT, like my VCAT and the VCAT Cloud software, in the same way.
And about how many people are supported in a single my VCAT room?
We don't technically have a top limit.
So
we've tried it with a ridiculous amount of
Yeah,
people.
we've tested around 200 at one point internally, but I think we're trying to go beyond that number. But as far as I know, like right now, that I can say publicly, we can go around 200.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
So my question is, as someone who never done VRing, how much space do you need? Like, just 'cause I see you can like walk around and you have a talk. Like, how much space do you need at your own room so you don't bump into stuff?
Oh yeah.
No, 'cause- okay.
Yeah, you don't need
Not
like
much.
any room at all. You can literally like
it
do
with,
it.
like a meter space.
You could literally just like be on your seat the entire time if you want to, because there's different play styles for VR. So people, especially for like Japanese players as well, we don't have like a lot of room to move around in. So usually it's like an automatic generated play space that'll be like this big in front of you. So you just literally just sit there and enjoy the whole like game itself without having to like take up a lot of space.
So every VCAT stream that I do, I actually do it sitting down because I get really bad motion sickness if I do stand up and play around. But yeah, there's really good settings in VR chat that can help you out with that.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank
For
you.
Sure. Believe it or not, being standed sometimes makes it easier, but you can be standed in a single space.
Mm-hmm.
For that motion sickness, Nyara. Believe it or
Oh,
not.
thank
Get
you.
a hip tracker.
Hello, I have questions about the My Comic Kit. What are the limitations of the program right now?
I'm sorry, say what limitations of what?
What's the limitations on VCAT compared to traditional uploading and by SDK on Unity for VR chat? Is there a difference in?
Oh, not really.
Not really.
So we try to like, you have to stay within VR chat. The limitations of the VCAT booth itself, we have a draw call system. We actually have different tiers of worlds that you can go to that some allow a lot more stuff. Like you do Udon, you do a lot more polygons. We have like a giant section in Cosmo Travel Elevator and other maps like that allow you to do like much more. But we have optimization tools built into it as well to just optimize the look of the booth. But the avatar itself can just be a link to a regular VR chat avatar, and so the limits are the same.
No, but it's more about the world I'm more curious about.
Yeah, so we do two different worlds, and it's pretty, like, the worlds themselves get super packed up. So the limitations are, you know, there's 80 people that could be in a world at once, and we try to keep the frames running really well as well. We spend a lot of time doing things like occlusion, special manual occlusion tricks, and things like that. So it's actually very permissive, you'd be surprised.
Okay.
We do about 80 to 100 people per world, and then there's 2 of each world. And then at the end of VCAT, usually it works out to about 8,000 new assets that have been created for the convention, which is really cool.
I also have another question. It's about the camera systems. I tried making my own camera systems before. It's never worked properly. I know there's the new update on the SDK for support for virtual cameras. Do you have anything that works like that, like a magic box for changing cameras to cameras?
Oh, definitely. In fact, a lot of our VCAT creators are really into that sort of thing. DX has built one recently for on your avatar that works really well. My friend Hirobiki built something called VRC Lens, which is absolutely incredible. We use a lot of those assets and prefabs to help shoot a lot of the things that we do in VCAT as well. So yeah, absolutely, there's some great camera systems now. The camera that I'm using now as well is just VRChat's default flying camera because I don't have Hirobiki's lens on this avatar, but there are some absolutely amazing dolly systems. And if you want to talk about that, come meet me in VRChat because I love this stuff. I work with Cinemachine and Timeline all the time. So
Yeah,
cameras are my
that's
bag.
how I try to make it. At the moment, there was limitations. I just wanted to know if there's anything in the My Comic Cat that helps out with that.
Oh, I see. So like something that's implemented within the world
Yes.
itself.
Yes, because that's what I was looking for was more of a.
Yeah, we do. We have a camera overlay.
Okay. Right. That's all my questions.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely come talk to us at our meetup on Wednesday. We'll talk all about it.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right, we only got time for one more question. Apologies for that.
one
So
question?
let's do it.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, what's up, dude?
Thank you for doing this. It was very informative, very entertaining. I have a question about, there was a mayonnaise bottle avatar.
Okay.
A tube of mayo, right? When that avatar gets angry, does it turn into karashi or spicy mayo? I'm just kind of curious.
Can you confirm this?
Yeah, because I mean, it should turn green or something like that.
I cannot confirm, but now I'm going to want to download that asset and make it spicy mayo, man.
I'm just
That is a
saying.
good
I'm
idea.
just saying. 100%. No, that has to happen. Actually, no. Honestly, here it is. So I'm old. Gen 1 Second Life player over here. Been playing it for forever and a day. I still kind of play now and again. And let me just tell you, this is exactly where the space should have gone back then, where we have real life meetings, where we have experiences that are outside of the virtual space. And I could not be happier or prouder just to see what you guys are doing. Just wanted to share that with you, and thank you. Thank you for doing what you're doing.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, as a fellow, plus 40 guy, I really do appreciate where it went and where it is now. So.
Absolutely, and I'm not that old, man. What are you doing? I'm not that old. It's just kidding. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that seems to be all the time we have today.
In the metaverse.
Does that conclude everything?
Yep, I think that is good for you guys.
Awesome. Well, I think on behalf of Virtual
Applause for you
Market.
guys. Great questions. Holy crap. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. On behalf of the company, just thank you all for coming here, checking it out. If you are in VR chat when we're on, we do weekly Wednesday world hopping. That's 9:30 p.m. EST. So that'd be what time for California? I don't know how time works.
I'll probably be there this week, so you can come by and check me out too. Yay!
Yeah. So join, and the group's open to anyone. So thank you so much. Oh, 6:30? Oh, thank you.
We'll hop for about 2 hours. You can see old VCAT worlds. We'll be on stream as well, so it's always fun. You can meet. You can talk to us about cameras and avatars and mayonnaise, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Oh, and if you want that VCAT shirt, meet me after this thing, and we'll see who can grab it from me. All right.
You're gonna get mugged.
Yeah, I probably am. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
everyone.
And thank you, OffKai staff. Thank you so much for making this possible. Big,
know you.
big shout out to OffKai staff. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, you are? Yeah, catch me. Oh, bueno.
This